Hello Dota fans and welcome to another pubcast brought to you by SeeC. Today we'll have a game with Trigger Happy Bunnies against NoPro in a Captain's Mode game. Getting right into the bans, looks like Trigger Happy Bunnies will ban out the Wisp and the Batrider, while NoPro will ban out the Magnus and the Nyx. All of these bans are very well expected, Nyx just being incredible at laning, very annoying to deal with, especially as a low health support as he just goes invisible and then pretty much kills you in one combo. Magnus can turn the tide of games, even though he just recently got nerfed, and the bottle crowing got nerfed, which is one of his huge strengths at the middle lane. He is still a prime pick for that RP. Batrider, one of the best solo pulling, he just destroys team fights basically. He picks out one of your heroes and just pulls them straight out of it with a lasso, allows you to fight 4-on-5 pretty much every fight. He's also absolutely incredible at laning, and there's no contest. That sticky napalm just, it makes you turn so slowly and move so slowly and adds damage. There's nothing not to like. Wisp, very good at punishing positioning errors, pulling out people with the relocate ganks is devastating with the right hero combo. Getting into the picks, Trigger Happy Bunnies picks out the Lifestealer, one of the best current carries, even with his open wounds nerf. Didn't change really much of his carry potential, just changed his early game laning. Now instead of having a really good slow at a high range, it's a really good slow at a low range. So it didn't change too much there. He's still an incredible carry. NoPro answers with the Darkseer and the Alchemist. Darkseer, one of the best off lanes. That Ion Shell really allows him to farm the lane and push the lane without ever actually getting near it. His wall vacuum combo really is incredible in team fights, especially against farmed carries or something like that. Once you get those images up and going, he can really be a bear. Alchemist, another fun carry. Personally, one of my favorite heroes. With that Grievel's Greed, he is one of the fastest farmers, if not the fastest farmer, in the game. It adds so much gold to his inventory. If you start scaling that early and get decent farm, free farm, jungling, anything really, he can snowball so hard. And between Acid Spray, a targeted stun, and an ultimate that gives him tons of health and a crazy base attack speed, he is an incredible carry if you can get a couple items on him. Especially something like a Mjolnir or an Assault Cuirass or something with the extra speed. Trigger Happy Bunnies come back with the Bane. This might just be a pick because they didn't want NoPro to have it. Bane is a fantastic counter to Lifestealer, with Fiend's Grip being able to just hold him in place and not let him stick to heroes and get any hits in. He's also a very, very good single target disabler. Between Nightmare and Fiend's Grip and Enfeeble, he can really just knock a hero out of a fight for pretty much the duration of the fight, 8 or 10 seconds straight, if not longer. Getting into the second rounds of bans, Puck and the Keeper of the Light are both going to be banned. Looks like Trigger Happy Bunnies is choosing to ban out supports now with the Shadow Demon ban, trying to keep all the good supports away from NoPro. NoPro bans out the Lina and the Puck, banning out a very good support in the Lina. Combos very well with Bane or Lifestealer, Slow, or Nightmare, so I can see the logic in banning that out. Also bans out the Puck as a mid, just because it's an annoyance to play against. NoPro picks up the Skywrath Mage for their mid, I'm guessing, possibly a support, but Skywrath is a very, very good mid hero. Also a good support in that he has a great nuking power. He can pretty much keep enemies out of lane almost indefinitely, even more so if you can pick up a bottle and get runes. There's no way anyone can really withstand the damage from Skywrath. Trigger Happy Bunnies really know what they're going for. They're picking really fast here. They pick up the Leshrac, pretty much the same idea as the Lina. Bane, Nightmare, someone, Leshrac can follow up with the stun. It's a very good combination. Or Lifestealer slows someone. It makes Leshrac's stun very easy to land. NoPro answers with the Rubik. Rubik here is going to be very useful. Trigger Happy Bunnies took the Bane partially because they didn't want to be able to lock down a Lifestealer like that. NoPro had a very good answer here with the Rubik. Fiend's Grip is one of the easiest abilities for a Rubik to steal because Bane has to channel it and sit there for 3 seconds, 4 seconds, however long it is. He has to sit there and channel that disable. That gives Rubik a perfect opportunity to steal that and return it right onto the Lifestealer. So that really helps him out. NoPro bans out the Weaver here. Just looking at off lanes, it looks like Trigger Happy Bunnies doesn't really have an off lane, so Weaver definitely come into the scene as of late as a solid off-laner. Trigger Happy Bunnies answers with a Jakiro, trying to keep away the supports, as they are assuming the Skywrath Mage is going to be mid, Darkseer off-lane, Rubik Alchemist, and something tri-lane is my assumption here. Templar Assassin was the mid pick for Trigger Happy Bunnies, by the way. Templar Assassin, while not in favor as she used to be, she is still a very, very solid mid and can snowball really hard if she gets a Blink Dagger and gets a couple early kills, or goes drums and gets a couple early kills. Really, her whole game relies on her getting ahead, with Refraction helping her CS in mid and the Psyblades helping her CS in mid and harass at the same time. With a skilled player, Templar Assassin can be an incredible, incredible mid. No Pro answers with the Queen of Pain. The Shadow Dagger, or whatever it is, really knocks out the refraction charges pretty well. It's not the best at it, but it certainly is one of the best mid heroes in the game as well. She just does a lot of burst damage, which is going to be something Trigger Happy Bunnies has to find a way to deal with. Bane and Leshrac are both going to be able to be bursted down between the Queen of Pain, the Skywrath Mage, the Rubik's Nuke. There's going to be a ton of burst. THB then goes for the Lich as their last pick, looking for that last support, possibly... Oh, this is kind of strange. Alrighty. Looks like they have 3 supports, a TA, and a Lifestealer. I'm not really sure I can pull that lane. Perhaps a Lifestealer, or a Leshrac mid, Templar Assassin off lane, Lich off lane just to deny the creeps. He could do that and just sit there in lane and just deny off every single wave. Just take one creep away. Definitely a viable option. Looks like we're getting in lane. So we'll start off with NP. Looks like we're going to have Crystal on the Darkseer, Space on the Alchemist, Limeco on the Skywrath, and Krekker on the Rubik, with Dooman on the Queen of Pain. On the other side, THB, it looks like Evil Genius is going mid with that Templar Assassin, Ben safe lane on the Lifestealer, Pendulum on the Bane, Razi on the Leshrac, and Squid on the Lich. Looks like the Lich is possibly going to be off lane here. They had the tri-lane bottom with Ben, Pendulum, and Razi, so that's pretty much to be expected. They are going to be up against what may well be an offensive tri-lane, as NP is smoking through the woods, looking to clear it out and possibly lay down some wards, and it looks like the Skywrath does have some wards on him to block that pull camp. Going to be a possible level 1 engagement here, and the smoke is revealed. They're going to know the other team is there, with THB not realizing it, and the slow is out on Razi. Razi's going to be taking... Oh, perfect triple stun there. If there's any chance he had to get away, that was it. But it looks like the stun is going to come out from Space, and the couple last hits, and Razi will give first blood to that Queen of Pain. That gives Queen of Pain an early bottle, pretty much an instant bottle, so that's going to be a huge boon for her in taking that middle lane. Space and Krekker are leaving the lane, so it looks like Limeco and the Darkseer are going to be bottom, but Limeco is also leaving, so Darkseer tri-lane? A farming Darkseer tri-lane? That's an interesting idea here. Space is then going to go up to the safe lane and just farm away. That stun is a very good level 1 skill. After the channeling time, a 1.75 second stun and 150 damage at level 1 can be devastating. As you saw there with the Leshrac getting caught out, Leshrac couldn't have played that better. He put out a 3-person split earth at level 1. You just can't get better than that. It was a stunning play, but even that was just not enough to quite save him. So, looks like the Rubik ended up back at base, missing some experience here to pick up that Courier. Don't know what he's doing down there, but Darkseer just dropping the Ion Shells to try and harass out the Lifestealer and play some havoc with him. THB trying to wrap around here a little bit, keep the Darkseer out of lane, and that's really all you can do with an off-lane Darkseer, is just try to keep him out of experience range. Top lane here, Squid is going to be going against a tri-lane with no wards on the pull camp, which is possibly a bit of a mistake, as NP can start pulling, and once they start pulling, it's going to be very bad for him. Dooman here is going to get harassed down by the Queen of Pain, or by the Templar Assassin a little bit, and as you can see, that Shadow Dagger definitely helping to take away the refraction and do a whole bunch of harass against the Templar Assassin. Really knocks down the refraction charges and allows Queen of Pain to kind of take over that lane as much as possible. Limeco starts the pulling up here, as stated earlier. He's going to just keep denying off the waves as much as possible, and he's going for the double pull here. Not sure if he's going to make that one in time, but it looks like he will. Very good pull through there, and that'll deny off an entire wave worth of experience to this Lich. Lich, like I said earlier, is just going to be using that sacrifice to try to deny as much experience to the, well, experience and gold really to the Alchemist, because every time he gets another creep kill, it can go up to 30 gold at the max level of Greevil's Greed here, so that can be a significant boon. You get the 45 gold of the creep itself, plus an extra 40 gold, or 30 gold for Greevil's Greed. That just allows him to farm so quickly, it's ridiculous. Dooman gets the rune bottom, it's an illusion rune, and he'll also pick up some boots. Crystal holding his own down here, certainly. He has 5 last hits, and he's almost level 3, and he just hits level 3, so he is doing relatively well. And that Darkseer versus Lifestealer move, Darkseer versus Lifestealer lane tends to be a little bit hellish for the Lifestealer, as you can see here. Ben well below half health here, use 2 tangos. It just gets really annoying to deal with. Having to come up to the creep line to last hit all the time gets really tedious for the Lifestealer. He can't sit near that line at all, or he just takes so much damage from that Darkseer. And now that Darkseer has Surge, it's really tough for them to... Darn, looks like I missed the first blood. Or, well, the first kill for them on middle lane, and it is going to be a trade. They both end up killing each other. Looks like Queen of Pain got him very low, dropped the Shadow Dagger, and knocked off the refraction charges, and managed to get the kill there. And you do have to be very careful trying to play aggressive against the Templar Assassin. With that meld doing a whole bunch of bonus damage and the armor, it really is tough to dive against him. Squid up here on top lane trying to get some last hits, and doing relatively well. He is 4-0. So he is not doing nearly as bad as he could be doing. Especially as an offlane Lich, it's not the easiest thing to play against here, especially with a possible kill lane like the Rubik and the Skywrath here. Skywrath is just pulling around and stacking a little bit, so it's not as threatening, but if Rubik gets a telekinesis off on you, Space will drop that stun, and Limeco here can just do so much damage output. It can be a very easy lane to get caught out in. Dooman just harassing down the Templar Assassin again. Those illusion runes, that illusion rune really helping out knock off those retraction charges anytime they're up. So that's definitely a huge boon for him. Lich is going to be picking up a bunch of experience here, and it looks like Crystal's going to be going down on the bottom lane. He just gets in too far and manages to get picked off. He did try to use that Surge, but between the Nightmare, the Split Earth, there really are a lot of ways for them to deal with it here. And it looks like Evil Genius is going to be diving a little bit on Dooman, but nothing's going to really come of that too much. Dooman bottles up and manages to stay alive. Evil Genius also bottling up, just kind of a war of regen here. And Evil Genius is going to pause it real quick, probably a little bit of lag or something of the sort, but, oh, yep, Ben froze, so Lifestealer freezing out for a second there, but gives me a second to analyze the matchups and how they're doing. Lifestealer topping the charts right now, despite his 3k ping. He is topping the creep charts, 23 last hits in 4 minutes and 43 seconds, and that's not bad. It's not fantastic, but it's really not bad at all, especially against a Darkseer, which that lane just gets really annoying. So definitely doing well for himself. Up on the top lane, the Alchemist 18-1, Queen of Pain 15-2, both for NP. So they are doing very well, both respectively. Lich is in a little bit far here. He could get caught out by Limeco if Limeco goes for the slow. And it looks like Space is going to start channeling that stun. All he has to do is drop that stun, and the telekinesis is up. Stun coming through, and that's going to be definitely enough damage to take down Squid. One more right click will take him. He does armor himself and is going to try to run away, but he is caught in a corner here. Looks like he will go down to the Alchemist. Both the supports there, very good move, just kind of holding off, not attacking despite their range, just to try to get that kill. And it looks like Crystal's going to get caught out again with the Nightmare and Split Earth combo. He does have Surge though, so there's not a whole lot they can do. Razi trying to go for the body blocks, but not able to get there. Definitely doing a bunch of harass damage to him, and against a Darkseer, that's all you can really do at that point. Little bit of a misplay there, though. Pendulum should wait usually until he surges to Nightmare him. That's one very, very reliable way to get rid of the Surge, because Nightmare has a duration of 4 seconds up to 7 seconds at the final level. Surge at level 1 has a 3-second duration. So if you can manage to catch him, oh, looks like I missed a kill again on middle. Evil Genius and Dooman just really coming together against each other. And Evil Genius almost going down there to the creeps, but he will manage to get away from them, luckily. Still taking damage, though. Still soaking a lot of damage from those creeps, but he will go for the top rune here. Dooman also notices what he's doing and is going to make a run at him. If he does get off that Shadow Dagger, it could be very bad for Evil Genius. He will get the Scream off. Evil Genius goes into his meld, but the Shadow Dagger is there. Looks like the damage might be enough from Evil Genius. Those refraction charges paying dividend. Manages to get the kill on Dooman. And those refraction charges just really paying off there. Manages to get all of the Shadow Dagger into refraction charges and take that kill. Squid up here, still doing relatively well. He has 8 last hits. From an offlane Lich, you couldn't expect much more. So, could be better, could be worse, but he hasn't died yet. And, well, he has died once. Sorry, he did get trapped in the corner over by the secret shop. He has not died repeatedly yet. And that's all you can ask from an offlaner, really, is just soak experience. And he's almost level 6 now at 7 minutes in, which is quite good for an offlaner. Soak experience, managed to get that ult up, because a Lich doesn't really need very many items. Doing some good harass on Space here, but Space and the ultimate will be able to regen almost all of that. He has Midas, though. Midas on Alchemist can get very scary very quickly. Between Grievel's Greed and that Midas, he can really manage to just get a lot of gold really quickly. Looks like they're going to go on Squid here, but I don't think they'll have enough damage or follow-up to finish that out. He'll just be able to walk away. Dooman at the middle lane has finished off his wand, bottle, and boots, so good start for him. Evil Genius, pretty much the same level of farm, more or less, 22 to 5 to 24 to 2. Manages to get his phase boots, and that will be huge for him, especially with this double damage rune. Being able to have that extra huge amount of damage, especially with the meld hit, could pretty much take out a support in 1 to 2 hits after the meld. That's going to be huge if he can manage to catch him out. But NP does have this ward here. That ward spotting him out, pops the double damage, and going in there, gets silenced up, and that's going to be hard with the refraction charge. Gets stunned by the Alchemist. Is that going to be long enough? No, he goes into refraction and melded. Dooman coming in and trying to get some damage out, but that refraction tanking through everything there. Tanking through a Scream, tanking through his Sonic Wave, taking away hundreds of damage. Dooman trying again, but just doesn't realize that refraction is up. And looks like they're going to come in. Space coming in here on Squid, dropping the ultimate from the Lich, and that will do huge amounts of damage to all of the supports and Space on NP. Space goes down, and in the meantime, Ben down here did get a kill against the Darkseer. I was watching top lane, so I missed that up. And it looks like the Templar Assassin with that DD will take away the Rubik's life. Also going to take away Lamco, and that huge damage coming through. Level 3 meld does 150 damage and 6 armor reduction. Pretty much just one hit, 3/4 of the Skywrath's life. Same thing happened to the Rubik. He went from half to nothing with that double damage rune, and refraction charges up. Huge damage coming out from Evil Genius here, and that will take several kills to THB's side. Looking down at the tri-lane at the bottom, definitely a successful tri-lane as the Darkseer only has 18 last hits and it's almost 10 minutes in. The Lifestealer also topping the charts at 49 last hits. He has a Midas as well, just trying to counteract the Alchemist Midas. Definitely a good idea here, as if it goes severely late game, the Lifestealer may not be able to keep up with the Alchemist up to a certain point. Once the Alchemist gets 6 slotted, not a whole lot else he can do, so Ben will definitely have a chance at that point, but he needs to get to that point first. Evil Genius taking some harass at mid, will just meld it on out, and he has picked up the 4th level in meld, so if he manages to catch out pretty much any support, anything at this point, it'll be a 3-hit affair. That huge meld hit and the 8 armor reduction, coupled with something like a haste rune, that's just instant kills, unless you can stun him out for the duration of his life with those refraction charges, which is not very likely. But we'll see it. They're about to try. Limco and Kretcher catching him out. He manages to get the refraction off, which is going to be huge. Pops the haste rune, runs away. Scream misses from Dooman, and that haste rune really helping him live through that 4-man gank, 3-man gank, and that's just such a waste of time for NP. Evil Genius going to come through and 2-hit the Rubik. Like I said, that meld hit just coming out huge. He manages to, 5-hit Limco here without a meld hit. He's doing huge damage now, gets the double kill, and turns that gank around single-handedly. Looks like they're going to come back down here and try to go on Dooman. Pendulum starting it off with the Nightmare. Hopefully the stun from Razi is going to be able to hit. And the stun from Razi, the shot from Evil Genius, and he dies instantly. Just evaporates. Can't even use his blink. Just absolutely gone. The damage coming out from Evil Genius right now is unparalleled on the Dire side. And if they get to the mid-game, the Alchemist perhaps could come back, but he just doesn't have the farm right now. He has 42 last hits, and it's just not going to be enough, I don't think. It's really... On an Alchemist, that's very well used, of course, but it's going to be a very uphill climb for him trying to get back all of those last hits he's missed so far due to the Lich and due to his tri-lane up top. Also, another side effect of the Midas I forgot to mention earlier is that it will make it very easy to deal with the Darkseer. Not quite easy, but every 100 seconds you do get to destroy an Ion Shelled creep, and it looks like Queen of Pain here going to be going on Leshrac. Pendulum dropping the Nightmare on him and missing the Vacuum from Crystal. It is only a level 1 Vacuum, so it pretty much has no range, or no AoE of effect. AoE of effect. Dropping the ultimate on Razi, dropping the Scream, but doesn't look like they're going to have enough damage to follow up. One more Scream will do him in, though. Looks like he'll get killed by the Ion Shell. Dropping the open wounds on Crystal. THB Ben going at Crystal. Going to infest and come out. Drop that magic damage. And Crystal will go down. Nothing he could really do there, as Surge was likely on cooldown. And he just did not have the life to be able to tank through that. Dooman still putting on a little bit of pressure on bottom here, but not sure how much he can do to a Lifestealer Bane combo. I'm not sure that he'll die. Oh, Razi's back, so he may he's going to blink away. Very smart of him. And it looks like Evil Genius has a DD and a Blink Dagger up top here. He's going to come in and try to one-shot the supports, and it pretty much will. 2 shots on Rubik, and he is gone. Limeco is next on the list. If he gets another slow out on Limeco, Limeco will be going down. And it looks like he'll get that. Can he catch up? And he'll blink in, and with the meld hit, he will kill Limeco as well. Space just trying to run away at this point. He knows that he can't take this. A blinking, double-damaged TA is something fearsome, especially with meld max this early. Bane manages to take down Crystal on the bottom lane. Looks like Ben might be going... Yep, Ben will be going down to the Queen of Pain on bottom here. Looks like she'll be trying to run away, but let's see if Razi can land his stun. If he lands the stun, this is a kill, and he will land the stun. Bane coming through with the last hit, manages to get that kill. That was a very nice stun from Razi. Just waiting for the Queen of Pain here, trying to get her blink back off cooldown. Didn't have enough time. Razi lands the stun. TA in the middle of a mess of heroes up here will be going down. They had this Sentry Ward that she wasn't aware of, so she tried to meld out, but not able to get there. Very active game so far. 23 kills in 14 minutes. Definitely keeping me on my toes. Sorry about the couple I've missed, but I think I've been getting most of them. They're going to go on Squid here, and the stun channeling from space is going to land. Limeco drops the silence, lift from Rubik, and are they going to have enough damage through the right clicks? Lich does drop his ultimate, which will get the kill on Limeco, and it looks like Lich is going to be getting away. Cracker going in way too deep here, gets Fiends gripped up. That was just a misplay by him. He should not be in that far. Even if you thought you could get that kill on the Lich, it was just not going to be worth it with the TP from Bane coming in. Way overextended there. Can't dive that far on a Rubik. Manages to give away the kill to the Bane. Bane does have his Arcane Boots up, so he's doing quite well on farm. Leshrac still poor as can be, but does have a wand and boots, which is more than can be said for a lot of supports at this point in the game. Queen of Pain going for the phase boots. Hasn't gotten a whole lot since we last checked up on her items, but does have the phase boots up at this point. Crystal also going for the Arcane Boots to try and get more Ion Shells up. Ben really losing a lot of life there to the dual Ion Shell. It kills you real quick. Looks like he'll be going for the Armlet, and I hear TP coming in, and that's going to be Squid looking for the support on him. Ben dropping the open wounds, but Crystal surged out. Queen of Pain getting the kill up on top on Leshrac, though. Looks like Evil Genius is going on space. Will get that kill, despite the silence coming out from Limeco. Limeco in trouble now. Looks like, oh, nope, good telekinesis coming out from Rubik, though Evil Genius does have a haste, so he could just blink, and the meld hit will seal that and get the kill on Limeco. Chasing around Dooman now. All he needs is one more meld hit, and he will get that kill more than likely. Oh, he tries to attack, though, and takes the Nightmare from Dooman. Slight misplay, but not sure it'll really matter. Nope, doesn't matter at all. He manages to pull the kill out anyway. That Blink Dagger really doing work for him. Lets him just be very mobile, land all the meld hits he possibly wants. Squid and Ben will be going on Crystal, but Crystal will just surge away. No real threat from him there. There's no stuns on bottom lane, no hard stuns, so really if he gets slowed, if he gets open wounds, whatever happens to him there, he can just surge away. Ben finishing up that armlet, going to be a huge damage dealer now. Already without the armlet doing well over 110 damage, about 116 damage or so without the armlet active. So with the armlet active, he'll be a heck of a force to be reckoned with. Going on Crystal now, Crystal popping the Ion Shell. Not quite popping the Surge, and he pops it too late. Is going to be going down to the Lich. And it looks like Cracker is a little bit overextended. Is Ben going to chase it? Ben is going to chase underneath the tower. Eats the Shadow Dagger from Dooman, but retreats out. That armlet really giving him enough health to tank through pretty much anything from the Queen of Pain. Toggling it off, and he's going to have to be careful there. Infest into a creep to try and get some life back. Will pop out. No real life. Well, slight life gain, but not a whole lot. He is just going to try to regen up in lane a little bit. Just try to get a little bit healthier so maybe he can dive on that Queen of Pain. TA getting a third double damage rune. You'd think he pretty much hacks these runes. It's crazy how many double damages he's gotten already. Going after Limeco in the middle lane. Doesn't have his blink up for another 5 or 4 seconds. Is going to get silenced up, but Squid on bottom lane is going to get the Darkseer. Drops the wall, but goes down anyway. Evil Genius is going to go down. Dooman dropping the ultimate for that one, and Evil Genius did. Dooman dropping the ultimate on that one. Evil Genius didn't quite have up his refraction charges. Looks like they're going on Razi on top lane. Is he going to survive? No, he goes down to the poison from the Alchemist. Alchemist, though, getting hit by Evil Genius, gets that meld hit in, and you can just see the huge damage, even against an Alchemist right there. Huge damage going out against him. Cracker stealing meld, wasting it though, gets hit by the meld and killed by Evil Genius. Evil Genius just really going crazy on this game right now. Don't know how they're really going to stop him, especially if he goes for something like a BKB. They just won't have the lockdown for him. And it looks like they're going to silence him up and manage to get that kill. Queen of Pain coming through with the Scream, Dagger, and Limeco with the Silence, not allowing him to get those refraction charges up to defend against anything. Very nice play there coming out from NP, and definitely getting a kill that they desperately needed. They just need to kill this TA over and over and over to have really any chance. Crystal on the bottom lane, just trying to push it out a little bit, keep them off the tower. And looks like they're still pushing a little bit, just applying a little bit of pressure down here. 3 heroes down there, while the Templar Assassin is pretty much jumping all over the map, trying to get kills everywhere she goes, and succeeding. Made even easier by all those double damages. Razi dropping a ward in the middle here. Manages to take that invisibility. But it looks like the Dire do have a ward here, so they did see that and will be expecting it. Not that you would really want to go on anyone with a Leshrac right there, but they are prepared just in case. Let's take a step back now and look at the item build everyone's going. Crystal, not much progress. Cracker does have his boots up, and so that's a plus. Limeco with the arcane boots. Dooman, sorry, I can't even read part of that name. It's just a little bit trippy on my computer. Looks like he's going for the Orchid build here. Pendulum going for the mech. Squid has his treads up, a little bit of cheap stats there, and he's getting in really far there. Don't know what he was doing that far up, and it looks like he will go down here while the Lifestealer takes out the Darkseer on the backside. Evil Genius comes in though, 2 hits the Rubik with that meld hit, and manages to get that kill. Now they're just fighting in between the tier 1 and the tier 2, and there's nothing NP can really do about that. Now the Templar Assassin does have the Mithril Hammer up. Looks like she will be going for the BKB. They will have no answer as soon as she gets that. There's nothing that they can really do. The middle tower does go down to space here. It looks like he has his Shadow Blade up, which is going to be a very, very big deal for him. He will be able to get away now, unless they can just burst him down that quickly, but looks like that right there is what he'll be using it for, just trying to get away. Evil Genius jumping on the Skywrath Mage, but taking a little bit too much damage to the creeps and the tower. Taking a little bit more from the Skywrath as he runs away, but he will meld and be able to blink away at any point he feels like it. Crystal surging into the bottom river as Ben comes into the middle lane. Ben looking at pretty much no health, waiting for his Infest cooldown perhaps to go back to base, or he's just really not feeling threatened at this point in the game. He knows that they're all so far back. Oh geez, that Evil Genius just gets these kills so quickly, it's hard to catch all of them. Crystal going down on the bottom lane to Evil Genius. That burst damage, the physical burst damage coming out from Evil Genius is just ridiculous right now. For a mid-game hero, he really gets a lot of damage out with that meld hit, and the -8 armor on top of the 150 damage already. Gets really lucky again with the regen rune here to heal up. We'll be able to pop that and get full life, full mana for free. Definitely a good rune pickup. And Evil Genius, with that rune control, has managed to steamroll both the middle lane and every other lane on the map. Especially once she got that Blink Dagger, she was all over the place, blinking on everyone and pretty much two-hitting all of the supports. Dooman just trying to harass down this bottom tower. Pendulum going to drop the Fiend Script on here. All the damage coming out from Ben and Rozzy, dropping the stun as a safety measure, but no need. Between the damage from Fiend Script, Ben right-clicking, and Rozzy's Diabolic Edict really just damaged her out very quickly. Evil Genius looks like he's just waiting for the Darkseer to come up to lane a little bit. Not sure she could burst him down that quickly. He does have 950 life and 7 armor. The meld hit will reduce that to -1 though, so it will certainly be very possible, though the surge will make it difficult. Crystal not blinking. Oh, Evil Genius, slight misclick there. Crystal was standing right on top of a ranged creep, and Evil Genius manages to right-click the ranged creep instead of the Darkseer. Not sure he would have gotten the kill there either way, but definitely coming close. Ben picks up the Desolator, just looking for a huge damage build. It looks like THB right now is just going for a massive physical burst damage builds on everyone. Between Evil Genius with the -8 armor and the Lifestealer with the -7 armor from the Desolator, all their enemies are going to have severely negative armor. And Evil Genius looking to kill the Rubik, but Rubik will steal Meld and manage to get away from that. Evil Genius with the Haste Rune, though, doesn't really matter if they try to lock him down. They get him, lift off on him, and he just runs away. So no real danger there for him. Space picks up Maelstrom, possibly going in the Mjolnir build I mentioned earlier to get that crazy base attack speed. And those Chain Lightning charges will be very important. And hold your horses, Pendulum getting hit down here, and he gets nuked down instantaneously between the Scream. Oh wow, huge damage coming out from Ben, but Dooman does manage to blink away. Crystal now in trouble. One more hit and he will be going down, but the Lifesteal lifted out and he will get that last hit. Lifesteal getting slowed down, and the Rubik stealing, what is it, Open Wounds, manages to get the Open Wounds, which will be useful. Perhaps not the absolute best skill he could possibly steal, but definitely a very good slow. But as I was saying a moment ago, the magic burst damage, it really looks like two opposing strategies here. THB is going for the massive physical burst damage. NP went for the massive magical burst damage. Between the Skywrath Mage and the Queen of Pain, there's a huge amount of magical damage coming out, especially if Skywrath Mage uses his Ancient Seal to reduce their magic resistance by 36. It's almost like Templar Assassin's meld hits. It's very similar in that it just increases the amount of damage you do in a massive manner. Gonna have another pause out though. It looks like one is AFK on NP. Not sure why they're kind of AFKing in the middle of a game. But hey, who am I to judge? Gives me a moment to back down and look at the item builds again. Dooman does have one Oblivion Staff up, almost all the way to his second Oblivion Staff. Another 900 gold and he'll have the second Oblivion Staff. And then he just needs the 775 or so gold, 900 gold for the recipe, and he'll have that. Limeco picks up the Staff of Wizardry. Could be going for a 4 staff here, or possibly the Atos. Either one, very good. Atos stacks up with the Concussive Shot Slow and manages to really slow them down. Cracker has finally managed to get something other than Tier 1 boots, and that'll be Tier 2 boots. With Arcane Boots coming out on him, he'll be able to spam out his skills and make sure everyone else can spam theirs. Space, like I said, just picked up the Maelstrom, so very good build on him. Evil Genius still waiting on his BKB, hasn't really got all of that yet, but getting there, only another couple hundred gold and he will have that out. Leshrac has boots, has his wand, and if I'm not mistaken, oh nope, that's the Bane's. Bane almost all the way to his mech, another 500 gold or so, and he will have the full mech. Lifestealer, Desolator up on him, Armlet, just a huge damage, massive menace really. Between them, 15 negative armor, so anything that they both hit is just going to evaporate to another hit or two. Crystal surging into the middle of Evil Genius, who is under an invisibility rune, so he is managing to hide out there. Another 3 heroes from THB over here, just waiting for someone to initiate into the middle of them, almost daring them. And it looks like Pendulum is going to be bait here, and they will get a courier kill right around the middle lane. And, yep, looks like right around the secret shop. Courier will be killed off. Oh wow, SeeC coming really close to killing himself there with that unstable concoction. Will come out and will go down to the creeps. What a misplay by SeeC. He could have actually thrown that in the meantime. I'm not sure. He just looked like he chose not to. He wanted to suicide or something. But manages to stun himself out and come out of the Shadow Blade while standing next to a bunch of creeps. Major misplay from him, and that is definitely going to hurt his farm. Looking at the net worth, the Lifestealer is way up there at 13,000. Only 25 minutes in. Put that on hold. He's going after Krekker. 3 hits Krekker. And going into the creep here to do a little bit of magic damage when he pops out. Hits up Crystal and gets another couple hits on Crystal. And Crystal will evaporate. Ben silenced up and under the Mystic Flare. But he is extremely tanky right now and will not fall to that. Also picked up the Hyperstone in the meantime, by the way. Manages to kill off Limeco. Taking a lot of damage, though, from the tower and the creeps and himself, mostly. And it looks like, oh, tried to armlet toggle, toggled one too many times, goes down to an image of himself. Little bit unfortunate, but toggled just one too many times. TA will pick up that Black King bar. Now there's not a whole lot, and it looks like Rozzy will go down. But Templar Assassin coming back, almost kills off the Queen of Pain, but he manages to blink away. Evil Genius with that Black King bar now. There's almost nothing NP can do to him, really at all. I mean, honestly, the only thing in this game that even goes through the BKB is going to be Bane's ultimate. So if the Rubik can manage to steal that, they'll have a chance. But until then, no chance. And it looks like first use will be put down here. Evil Genius going on Krekker, not able to get the kill. Steals Meld, but looks like his first BKB charge is going to be a little bit wasted. But he didn't die, and that's a plus. Might be going down soon. Manages to blink away before the slow catches him. Catches him right around a 4th double damage room of the game. And that just is going to allow him to DPS like crazy. He has 260 damage or so. It's ridiculous at this point. Couple that with the Meld Strike, doing another 200 damage, and they're just going to walk uphill into them. Double hit right there on the Meld. SeeC going down in the span of a couple seconds. Looks like they want to keep on going into this. Evil Genius hitting up Crystal now. And it looks like oh wow, the Fiend's Grip is going to be returned. Mystic Flare coming down on Evil Genius. This is what I was talking about. The only way they could really handle the Templar Assassin right now is Krekker stealing that Fiend's Grip. He manages to steal it, and they manage to take down the TA between the 3 of them. Very good play there from Krekker, managing to steal that and return it. And it looks like Evil Genius is not happy with Ben making the death cell, but honestly, it really is not that bad of a choice. I actually like it. The burst damage there, the physical burst damage, is just going to be obscene. Almost all the way to his Cuirass now, just another couple, 1,500 or so gold until he finishes off his Cuirass. So Ben is well on his way to becoming absolutely monstrous. I'm not sure they could even take him down right now if they tried, but a little bit more gold for him, and he will get that Cuirass. And it looks like the Alchemist is coming in second in the farm race. He'll pick up his own Hyperstone. So in his ultimate form now, he will be attacking ridiculously fast. His ultimate will lower his base attack time to 1.2. So things like that, like the Hyperstone, like the Maelstrom, hopefully the Mjolnir soon, really make his attack speed go absolutely nuts in that ultimate form. Lifestealer manages to get the kill on the bottom tower here. Solo kill, really no anything coming out from the Dire. Trying to defend that, there's nothing that they could really do there. Crystal trying to push out that bottom lane. Does go for the Vanguard, slightly questionable item choice, but at this point in the game, there's not really much else he could go for that kind of price. And as far as price to survivability goes, I think Vanguard gets a really bad rap. It does block damage, it does give you life, it does give you regen. Perhaps it's not the best item, but it definitely is a solid choice when you're trailing this hard in a game. Lifestealer up to 15,600 gold and finishes off that Assault Cuirass, coming out really quickly. Rozzy gets up the Staff of Wizardry, might be going for Staff or something like that, possibly the Aghanims. We'll see when the time comes. Bane manages to finish up the mech and is going towards his Aghanims, it looks like. Krekker about to walk into the Roche pit. Looks like he's going to walk into them doing Roche. They didn't even notice, it looks like. Krekker just trying to attack out the TA traps. Going back into the Roche pit. He must not have seen them. Krekker will get slept. And they knew he was there thanks to him attacking those TA traps. And he will get taken out in about 3 hits. Darkseer does manage to get the tier 1 on bottom. But in exchange for that, THB is going to take the Roshan. Evil Genius taking that Aegis not like they're really going to be able to do much about it. But if they do manage to kill Evil Genius, he will be able to come back with a brand new life. So definitely a huge help for him. THB leading very, very hard at this point, trying to take out the Darkseer now. It looks like Darkseer already used Surge, so there's not a whole lot he'll be able to do if he gets slowed. And Lifestealer is going to get a couple hits. He does surge away, and that meld hit following him, and another 1 or 2 hits, and he would be going down, but it looks like Evil Genius misclicked slightly. We'll be able to catch him with the TA trap, it looks like. Yep, 1 more meld hit, and he does go down. And it looks like Rubik stole something, and he manages to steal Rage. Pretty much a free BKB on Rubik. Not that it'll really help thanks to the massive physical damage output of THB, but it will help him to not get stunned, not get slept by Bane, something like that perhaps. Looking at the dire item selections, Doomman has finished up the Orchid. The Orchid will definitely help if they can manage to get it off on the Lifestealer before he pops this Rage, or on the TA before she pops her Refraction. It could be a huge way for the Dire to manage to take down one of the 2 major core heroes here very, very quickly, and just burst them down before that silence wears off. TA and Nakes both have, well, actually TA, not Nakes. TA does have the BKB, which will remove the will remove the Orchid silence, so he will be able to get that off of himself if need permits. Lifestealer, on the other hand, his BKB really is that Rage, and is a skill, so he will not be able to. Just instant damage coming out from THB here, just knocking down 2 heroes with a blink of an eye. TA gets Skywrath, Lifestealer gets Rubik and Queen of Pain. Space trying to fight it out in the middle of everything, manages to get a couple kills here, and it looks like Limeco is going to call GG. Space, you can see the power there of the Mjolnir and the huge attack speed, managing to burst down 2 supports just as quickly as THB could burst down their entire team. So it is a very, very bad trade in that Evil Genius and the Lifestealer manages to kill off 3 heroes before anyone could even react to that initiation. Looks like they'll be taking off the bottom racks though, and GG call already came out, so looks like THB is just going to steamroll this. Evil Genius blinking in, does manage to pick up the Chrysalis. Maybe he'll get a lucky crit off and 1-hit everyone. But it looks like the Rubik managed to steal Refraction, and the Refraction being taken off Evil Genius with the Mystic Flare. They're just fighting in the base now at this point, just trying to pop the Aegis. The Aegis will pop, and he will come back almost with a full BKB up soon, but he will blink away from that. Not able to get his Refraction off before all the silences. Looks like he might go down here. Oh, wasting the ultimate against the Refraction charges. He will go invisible, but that Darkseer Ion Shell and the Queen of Pain Shadow Dagger managing to get that kill before the BKB could come back up. No Pro is only 1 racks down, so they do have the possibility to come back. However remote that possibility may be, the Lifestealer is currently at 20,000 net worth. If that's not ridiculous right now, I don't know what is. He is doubling up the TA's net worth, 5,000 gold above an Alchemist right now. It's almost not fair how much gold he has. Limeco wandering into the middle of the entire enemy team, perhaps in the wrong place. Looks like they're going to start a fight. Pendulum gets telekinesis, but looks like Limeco will go down immediately to that Evil Genius. Massive burst damage. Space trying to come in and right-click the supports down here, getting a couple hits in, but he's just not able to go against the massive damage coming out from Evil Genius and Ben. Evil Genius gets down the Rubik while Ben just single-handedly takes out the Alchemist. It's just ridiculous how much damage they have now, especially with Ben picking up that Sacred Relic. And it looks like Lifestealer will take out the Darkseer too. He has over 300 damage now, so the burst damage potential is massive. Evil Genius taking out that tower. Not quite having as much gold as Ben, but Ben is just so farmed. Hopefully he'll go for the Rapier. Oh yeah, he does actually go for a Rapier, so I've heard. But definitely has the gold, has the life, and there's not much they can really do to bring him down. The sensible choice here would, of course, be Abyssal, but with judging how far ahead they are, he might just go ahead and pick up the Demon Edge right now. He has another couple gold until he can pick that up, and he will pick up the Divine Rapier. Bringing that out on the Lifestealer at this point is a little bit of a risk, but honestly, they're stomping so hard right now, I'm not sure it'll matter. Evil Genius diving into the base to get a kill on the Rubik, diving back in, goes in the meld to try to avoid a little bit of damage, but the Refraction charge is eating up a lot of the damage anyway. Evil Genius kind of hanging out in the base, pops the BKB, 2 hits the Skywrath Mage, going on Doomman right now, and he will blink away to make sure he stays alive. Ben revealing that Rapier, and 3 hits the Darkseer. He's doing 500 damage plus 600 damage a hit or so. quite a ridiculous level there. Space will stun out Evil Genius, but it'll go right into the refraction charges. He pops his ultimate and manages to take down the Templar Assassin right in front of the fountain, while Ben is trying to take out this tower and just doing chunks of the tower's damage at a time. Looks like he's just going to go after the barracks too, solo here. He has a little bit of backup behind him, but looks like no pro will try to defend that a little bit at least. Throwing out the acid spray and hanging out there. Ben going to initiate in with that rage, and it looks like he pretty much just two-hit the Queen of Pain. Creek getting two-hit if you include the Lich's ultimate there, and Ben will go back to finish off those racks at mid. 2 racks down now. Oh, looks like he's getting real close to going down. Mystic Flare popped on Ben. Also double silenced, but he is mech back up to life. Space going down solo to Pendulum here. Yep, Pendulum and Lich taking out Space real easy like that with Fiend's Grip, and the Frost Nova coming out from the Lich. Ben will infest into a creep, get a little bit of health back so he doesn't accidentally drop that rapier as he gets killed, and looks like he's just going to go ham on some creeps and get a couple more creep kills. NP staying in the game despite just kind of feeding away their base here. There's nothing they can really do to defend. Second there, I thought Ben was going to Fountain Dive on 2 supports with a rapier. Honestly, wouldn't surprise me at this point. This game is pretty much over. Reinitiating is Ben, going on Limeco with his rage popped, and I think he might have just one-hit a support. Yep, pretty sure he is one-hitting at this point. He just did 800 or so damage. Between that minus armor from the Desolator and the Rapier, it's just crazy how much damage he does. They're just kind of hanging out in his base. And with that, I will say my goodbyes. Not going to spend more time on this game, as it is pretty much over, as Lich pops his ult and gets a double kill there. That Nake's illusion going to town on Nakes himself, going to do a bunch of damage. But this game is pretty much over. Team wipe again for NP. Final score I'm going to call out at 58-21. They're probably going to get a couple more kills fountain camping, but if you want to watch the rest, you know where the replay's at. But Space coming out, just going to stun himself, it looks like. Nope, going to throw the stun out. Nakes is going to pretty much couple hit him, but Ben will go down, drop that rapier. Space picks it up, and it looks like we're going to have a game here. Space going down. Yep, Space is going to go down to the Lich here. TA runs in, grabs the rapier. Limeco didn't have enough space in his inventory, couldn't pick that up. Evil Genius picks up the rapier and now has that damage. Well, game's over anyway. The throne is going down, so we will have a victory here for THB. After that initial stomping in lane by Templar Assassin, the game just kind of steamrolled from there, with the Lifestealer being able to pick up a ton of farm thanks to that Midas and free farm in lanes. Looking at the stat sheet here, you can just see it looks like Lifestealer pulling out 744 gold per minute. Evil Genius getting out 536. Just a huge disconnect there from the Alchemist even getting 456, which is very high for his team, just not enough. That's going to be my end for the day then. Thank you for allowing me to cast you here today. I am SeeC. You can check me out at youtube.com/SeeCDota. That's SeEC Dota at youtube.com. Thank you and have a great night, Dota fans.